Hi, it's Chris Watkin here, and in the final 6th video with Andrew Rome, we've been talking about what we've learnt from the past to make the future of a state agency better. In the first video, we talked about processes in a state agency. Secondly, technology. Third, clients. Fourth, the power of independence. Fifth, people in the industry. But the final one is about mental health. And I know this is a topic that's very close to your heart. Andrew, why do estate agents particularly suffer from stress and mental health? I mean, it's been proved with the Agents Together charity. I mean, the numbers are just mind-blowing. I know you, personally, you're with the Charlie Waller Charitable Foundation as well. Has that always been the case?
No, I don't think it has been. And I think going back to one of the other headings, which was technology, I think that has definitely been a downside. The accessibility, the expectations have risen considerably, inexorably over the last 10 years. People expect to be on call 24 hours a day. Your clients want you there. And that brings more and more pressure. I think that it's only of late that the whole subject has been willing to be discussed, and businesses have been prepared to look at and do something about it, and they haven't been good at it. And I think also a lot of agents work in offices of quite few people, so actually you've got no one to talk to. So that's why something like Agents Together, I think, was such a good idea.
We'll come on to Agents Together in a second, but do you think that's always been there, or is it just a case of that society's happy to talk about mental health, so it, you know?
I think there just generally is more stress, it's more performance-led, it's short targets, what have you done that week, what have you done that day, almost, some of the big corporates by the sounds of it, well, that, you're going to crack under that, eventually, you are going to crack, unless you are managed and trained and looked after.
So what is the solution? I know there's the Agents Together Charitable Foundation, which it's one of its two pillars is better mind.
Yeah.
What is the answer?
Well, I think within businesses they've got to be able to recognise when somebody has got an issue, and I think that I'm a firm believer. If somebody who's been a fantastic estate agent for many, many years is suddenly not doing the job, or it's just struggling, there's something going on. And you need to be empowered to be able to ask that question and do something about it.
It's expected there to be a first aider in the office. For someone who's spraining their ankle, there almost needs to be a first aider for mental health. I know there are courses out there to do that. Do you recommend that bosses go on those sort of courses, or send someone on those courses?
Absolutely, yes, they definitely should. They definitely should. And when it comes to appraisals or something, which you might do, I don't know, a big annual appraisal, you shouldn't keep it all up until then. It should be, nothing in an appraisal should come as a surprise. So you should be in contact with those people all the time. Now, some people, go off the boil. And as I think I said in my essay, they want to go off and play second fiddle on the QE2. That's fine. But people, there was a very, very good book written called The Curse of the Strong, because actually agents, they're performance-driven. They want to do the right thing, and they've been marked down or up on that. And so they keep going and going and going, thinking that they'll get it right, and eventually, something goes wrong.
I mean, is there a stigma to approach your boss and say that I'm not,
Yes, that is still there, absolutely.
So is it the responsibility of the bosses to, of these firms to actually have a mental health policy, or is it the responsibility of the person who's suffering the mental health to actually spot it, be aware of it?
It's responsible of the top. It's got to be top down. The people who are suffering from it have got to know that they can reach out and get help.
Do you think it's advantageous to the firms to do this, because they're all about the targets, hitting the bonuses, and all very short-termism?
Look, if you've got somebody who's been very, very good and has been earning good fees for you, good fees for the firm, it seems madness to let them go, because you haven't been looking after them. You've got to ask the question. Now, as I say, it's not all down to mental health. We go up and we go down. And so sometimes, a bit of a kick is needed as opposed to an arm around the shoulders.
Why have you got involved with the Agents Together
Yeah.
charitable foundation, and also indirectly, obviously through Charlie Waller, which I know you are
Yeah.
an important part
Well,
of.
I retired early, 2 hours early, because I had some mental health issues. So it is something that I do feel strongly about. And I found myself being unable to do a job that I'd done for 30 years. And nobody picked up, including myself, but nobody else picked up as to, well, why has performance changed? Why things become much more difficult? And if I had someone like with Agents Together, who knows? You know, if I'd been able to reach out to someone and just chat it through outside of the firm, I think it would have been very helpful.
What would your message be to any estate agent watching this who feels that they're going under the cosh at the moment and they want some help and guidance in relation to them reaching out to Agents Together?
Oh, do it. Do it. They are not experts on mental health issues. You know, I think that's probably got to be really strongly
Yeah, they're not
said about.
counsellors.
They're not counsellors, but they're there. Someone will be there to mentor you who's got years and years of experience and have seen it and have been there and have done it. And, you know, businesses have got to be able to put in place the people that they feel that they can do that. Just on the last thing, when I told my fellow partners that I was retiring because of mental health, and I was absolutely, completely open and talking about it, I was told I was very brave. I don't think it should ever take bravery to talk about it.
If you are an estate or letting agent, be you a neg, branch manager, run your own business, big in the game like Andrew, then do reach out to Agents Together, especially with the mentoring, because there's someone who's been there and done it.
Yeah.
You know, if Agents Together had been there 10 years ago, they'd have been able to match you up with someone who's been through what you've been through. And whilst they're not a counsellor, it would certainly help them.
Absolutely.
Just someone who's been there, because talking to your business partners is hard work, talking to your other half is hard work, but someone who's been there and done it, it's got to help, hasn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's a fantastic idea, absolutely brilliant idea, and I'm 100% behind it.
And if we can get this issue of mental health, and I see some comments saying, just put a step up a lift. It's not.
Yeah. Well, I likened it as well to. I
that's
felt
awful, isn't it, when people say that, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. No, it's very old-fashioned but I likened it to. I felt like one of the Brownlee brothers who was kind of reaching for the line, but didn't have my brother there to support me to get me over it. I would hope that is different now. I would hope.
Thank you for your time today. Thank you for your time over the 6 videos. I hope you found that really useful out there in estate and letting agency land. Andrew, thank you for taking the time and trouble to coming up to see us today. And if you need any more details about Agents Together, we'll put a link in the post. Thank you.
Not at all.